What's up guys, welcome back to another add-on showcase video, and in today's video I'm going to actually be showcasing the GolemsPLUS add-on. So it's an incredibly cool add-on. What it basically does is it adds a huge variety of different golems into your Minecraft world that can actually help you fight. So it's incredibly cool. There's even an entire mini boss in here. So I'm so excited for this video. I put a lot of work into it, so I really hope you enjoy. But without further ado, we're gonna go straight on into this video.
It's my
The add-on will be in the link description, as well as this amazing map that I'm on if you would like to go download them. And a quick warning here, experimental gameplay has to be on for your map for this add-on to work. If you don't have it enabled, the add-on will completely just not work. So if you don't know how to do that, please look up a video because it's incredibly important. So if you do know how to do it, then turn it on and you will be all set. And if you don't know how to download add-ons, please go check out my video that'll be popping up right over there, where I show you actually how to download a map, texture pack, and behavior pack or add-on. So I think it really helps people who doesn't know how to do it, but yeah, please go check it out. That'd be greatly appreciated, but we're gonna go straight into this. I'm so incredibly excited to show you guys. I think you're really gonna enjoy it, so let's go. Alright, so if you go into creative here and you click E into your inventory and you just simply type in golem, there's two ways of actually getting golems in your world. There's the creative way, where you just type in golem and then you just pick whatever golem you want, and it's like a normal any other mob. You right click on the ground, there you go, you got it. Didn't mean to do that, it's okay. But there's a totally different way of doing it in survival. In survival, you actually have to craft it with a crafting recipe. So you actually have to go in the crafting table and do the certain amount of blocks, and you'll get something called a upgrade. Upgrade and then the name of whatever you crafted. So in creative it says spawn rusty golem, where you can just right click it. In survival it'll say upgrade rusty golem. And then with the upgrade you have to make a normal iron golem and then left click it. And then it'll turn it into the rusty golem. Unlike creative, you can just literally just right click it and there it is. So you can tell in survival it's a lot harder way to get it than creative, but it's really cool for survival worlds because it actually gives a challenge. So I think it's really cool. Alright, so one of the new things that the creator actually added into the pack was actually having an iron golem spawn egg. So as we all know, normal vanilla Minecraft, to make an iron golem, you just put like this in this formation, just kind of like a T there, and then right click with the carved pumpkin right on the head of it and it'll create an iron golem. But what he actually did is he actually went into the crafting table, and if you do a T just like you did, carved pumpkin on top, you'll actually make a spawn iron golem, which is really cool. So if you take this, you can spawn them as much as you want. In survival it'll only be one time, but creative I can just keep on clicking it over and over, and it will just, so you don't have to make the whole build over and over again. So I think it's an amazing addition. I really like that he added that, and it makes it easier to get all the other golems that he's put in. Let's go into the actual iron golems. So you may notice that these two golems are separate from everybody else. I know it's very sad, but the reason why I have them separated is because they are actually the only ones that you can't actually craft an upgrade for. So they get upgraded by different ways. So we have the rusty golem and the overgrown golem. So to get the rusty golem, you struck him by lightning. So if he gets struck by lightning, he will switch to a rusty golem. If you right click him with a vine, he will turn into an overgrown golem. All the other golems you actually have to craft a recipe for. So that's why they're separated. So let's just do the overgrown golem first. Have a normal iron golem. All of these guys will just be normal iron golems that you modify. So if you get a vine in a normal iron golem, right click him, he will turn to an overgrown golem. Now, both of these guys have the same exact stats as a normal iron golem. That means they have the same attack damage, same speed, everything. They don't do really anything special, so they just look a little different. So if we do this and struck him, oh, I'm sorry. I know, I'm very sorry, sir. But you can see that the one that got struck by lightning will actually turn into a rusty golem. Again, same stats. So the thing about the rusty golem, though, he is the only one that can actually do this. If you right click or do anything with a rusty golem, he will actually turn himself into like the overgrown golem. If you have an overgrown golem or anybody else, you can't actually switch them to a different species except a rusty golem or a normal iron golem. I don't know, I probably made that really confusing, but trust me, it's simpler. Simpler? Is that a word? No, I don't. Wait, is that a word? It's simpler than you think. There we go. Nice. Alright, moving on. So these 5 golems here are going to become the 5 different types of wood golems. So there is the oak golem. There's the spruce golem. There's the dark oak golem, the acacia golem. I think it's acacia. I don't know how to pronounce it. And there's the birch golem. So these are all the upgrades for them. So we're just going to start down over here with the oak golem. So in here is the crafting recipe. So I just want to explain it one time so you guys can see. So each of these. Oops. Each of these has the crafting recipe to get this upgrade. So if I go into a thing right here, just like I was showing in the chest, and you do it like this, you'll get the oak upgrade. And then you go to a normal iron golem, right click him, and then he'll turn into that like corresponding of what the upgrade is. Oops, drop it all. Okay, so there he is. So if you go, let's move on to the spruce golem. You can see he has a crafting recipe. So if you do that into a crafting table, it'll be the spruce golem upgrade. So all these guys have the same exact stats. There's nothing different about them, but I will put the stats of every single golem that have different things in the top right corner over there. So that's the stats for all of the oak golems. Maybe better, maybe worse than iron golem, I don't know. So let's get the spruce golem now. If you go over, right click him, and he'll turn into the spruce golem. Again, they have the same exact stats and everything. Here's the dark oak. Okay, so the dark oak, I don't know why it's broken, but somehow it is. That's why I put a sign here saying broken. So if you right click him, nothing happens. I don't know. The creator's probably going to fix it, but I completely am sure that it's going to be this recipe if he does fix it. So you guys check it out. By the time you watch this video, he may have fixed the dark oak. I'm not sure. By the way, I did put a sign here showing that they're the same, so they have the same stats. I'll drop it all. Go. Stop it. Go. Go away, I don't want that clutter. So the next one here we have is the acacia golem. I'm probably saying that wrong, I'm not sure. Right click him, he will turn into the acacia golem. They all have red eyes, which I really like. That guy has a unibrow, or they all do, right? Yeah, they all do. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. So let's move on to the next guy here. We have the birch golem. So if you go over, right click him, he will turn into the birch golem. He is actually my favorite. Look how much of a boss he looks. Look at me. Don't look away from me. Look at me when I'm talking to you. So a cool little thing you can do with the wood golems, if you struck them by lightning, just like how you did with the rusted golem, they were actually turned burnt. So they would turn to actually like a charred. I don't know if you can see a difference, you probably can, but so they actually look a little more, I think that guy's bugged. Okay, yeah, so he is bugged, he doesn't turn burnt. I don't think the creator designed him yet, but you can see as all the other ones, they'll have a little like darker spots around them. It doesn't change them at all, they just look a little different. I'm like stressing out over here because if I make a mistake in my speech, I have to redo all of these golems, and I'm not doing that. But moving right along, over here you actually can see that we have the 4 ore golems. So you can see I put a sign here saying best to worst. That means the one right here, which is the emerald golem, is the best, and then the end of it will be lapis, which is the worst. So emerald probably just has a lot more health and attack damage and things. And all the golems from here on out actually has their own stats, so they all will be displayed at the top right of the screen if you'd like to see like how much health they have or anything like that. So the first one that we're gonna have right here, let's look at it's the emerald golem. So here's how you make him. They're getting incredibly expensive, so this is literally 4 emerald blocks with a carved pumpkin on top, and you will get the emerald golem upgrade. Again, you just craft it right in a normal crafting table. So let's right click him and see what he looks like. So he actually looks really, really cool. Now, the emerald golem, I do know that he is one of the best golems you could actually get in the pack. Except for I think there's a few better ones up there, but I'm pretty sure he may be the best one. I'm not quite sure, I haven't checked, but He's incredibly powerful, definitely better than all the other ore golems. So he's really, really cool. I love his red eyes, but we're gonna go straight on into the next one. So unfortunately, there is one more broken golem. This is the last one though. Yeah, there's only two, which isn't too bad. It is the diamond golem. I will still have his stats though on the top right. Here's how you would have made him. It would have been 4 blocks of diamond, which is incredibly expensive. You think he would have been better than emerald, but if you actually think about it, emeralds are more rare. You get like maybe 2 in a ravine or something. So they actually are more rare than diamonds, which I guess you don't think about that kind of stuff. Yeah, he wasn't as good, but obviously you can't make him. You can still get him and the dark oak one out of creative, but you can't craft them in survival. Alright, so the next one we have right here is actually the gold golem. You craft him just like this, 4 blocks of gold, carved pumpkin, and you will get the gold iron golem upgrade. So right click him, and there you go. They look really cool. They do really look quite a lot similar, which is actually pretty cool. They had the vines as normal, like the normal iron golem, but they just look and have the color of the block, which is really cool. So he in this one right here, which is the lapis lazuli one, again, this is how you craft it, 4 lapis lazuli blocks with carved pumpkin. You will get the lapis iron golem. That's right click him. There we go. That is the lapis golem in all of his glory. But they actually have pretty much the same stats. That's what the creator said. I think it's supposed to be between the gold golem and the diamond golem, the lapis is. So he's kind of in between the gold and the diamond in stats. Or he might be the same, I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure they're really close to being equal. So I guess it's just whichever color you like more, blue or yellow. So next golem we have here really isn't in a category. He's I kind of just stuck him in between here before we go on to the next group here. And he is the one and only slime golem. He's incredibly cheap to make. He's literally just 4 slime blocks with a carved pumpkin. That is it. His health is horrible, so I mean, you kind of expect that. The cool thing about him is he will actually jump. He jumps, and then that he actually has 3 sizes. He has a large, which is a normal iron golem size, a medium, and then like a small, like a normal slime. So let's get him right here. If you upgrade him with using this crafting category, not category, just crafting recipe, you actually see he turns into this, and you can see him trying to jump over the wall, but he can't do it. So he's incredibly like frisky and wild slime. So yeah, okay. But he will only change sizes if you have the actual creative spawn egg. I mean, you can kind of already think of that if you have a normal sized golem and you turn him into a slime. It's not like he's just gonna shrink or anything. So I'm gonna jump over here. Alright, so this is a good spot. So you can actually see if you right click him, that's the smallest version, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the large, and then where is the medium? I think, oh no, that's the small. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's as small as I can get. This right here is the medium, and then of course you have the large. So it's really cool. I don't think it changes their stats at all, but I'm just gonna fill this up. You think that's enough? No. It's rain and slime. There. That's enough. Wait, how do I get rid of them? So the next ones here, it really isn't in a group or category. These are just the ones that came in the newest update. So these, what, 3, 6? Yeah, 6, actually were like the brand new ones. When the add-on first got released, I believe it was just these guys. And then an update that actually wasn't not too long ago, it was this year. He would actually release 6 more different types of golems. So I'm excited I didn't do this video earlier. I'm really happy I didn't do it. I'm happy I waited because now I actually get to showcase these as well. So let's go right into them. They're like elementals. I don't know. They look really awesome. It's in no order at all. So that means this guy isn't the best and that guy's not the worst. I'm not sure actually which one's the best. So they're just kind of all mixed up in the newest update. So let's go right into them. Alright, so the first one we have is actually the frozen golems. So this is when the crafting recipes get like a lot more complicated and detailed. Not necessarily like hard to get them, just more detailed. So normal block of iron just like that. Then you do a carved pumpkin on top like normal. But then to make it the actual frozen golem, you need to have 2 blue ice on the top outer edges and then 2 packed ice at the bottom outer edges. And then you would get the frozen golem. Let's right click him on a normal golem and look at this. Look how sick that looks. Like, these guys are literally, they look so much better than all of you guys. You guys, look how cool. Like, look at that. Look at the difference between the Lapis guy and him. So he actually has an ability. That's why I kind of called them like the elementals. It's because they have abilities. So he actually will give you slowness. So I believe if he punches you, there's actually a chance that you'll get slowness. I mean, he's icy. He's a frozen Golem. What are you gonna expect? But that's a really cool actually idea that the creator did. I really love that additions to these guys, which actually gives a lot more into like a depth into the pack, I guess. Alright, so next one we have here is actually the Mushroom Golem. So this is a really funny idea. I really like it. So just like normal, 4 iron, a carved pumpkin, and then 4 red mushrooms around all the edges. I'm not sure why it doesn't say red mushroom. I think it's the add-on, but it just says mushrooms, so I don't know. I guess they got rid of brown mushrooms for the pack. I don't know. So what he does is the creator actually kind of also inspired him off of... Oh, I gotta get the actual thing. There he is. There we go. I think he also kind of calls him like the Valentine's Day Golem. So he also gives regeneration, not to mobs though. Only if like other people are in the world, and if he if someone runs up to him and hits him, if he punches you, I think there's a chance he'll actually give you regeneration, which is great for fighting things. That should be in every mob, because I'm horrible at fighting, but so that works for me. I really like that because it kind of like balances things out. If you have like no armor and you're trying to fight a golem, he can give you regeneration. But if he's like killing a spider or something, it won't give him regeneration, because that would just be a horrible fighting technique. Moving on, we have the Sand Golem. So again, a 4 iron carved pumpkin, and this time sand around the edges. So it's incredibly cheap to make. Like, it's one of the cheapest ones out here. So if you right click him, it's Sandy Golem. He doesn't look that different, but it's basically the same thing as a normal golem, except the lines, how this is kind of like a peach, it's just yellow. But I believe his stats are actually like incredibly horrible, because I mean, he's so cheap to make. But if you like live in the desert, like you have a house in a desert, you could just have like 50 of these guys surrounding your base, because he is so like cheap. Like, yeah, he's probably the cheapest golem. Yeah, he actually is. He's the cheapest golem. He's just sand. That's it. And iron, but they all have iron. So yeah, he's probably the cheapest one to make. So here he is right here in his beautifulness. So I would just have them surrounding your base, like 50 of them. That'd be great. He does give you blindness, by the way. So he actually, if he punches a mob or whatever, it's also to mobs, unlike that one. So if he punches a mob or you, he will give you blindness. So that's really cool. Surround your base like that. You just blind all the mobs, and you can come out there with your archer bow on top of the building, just mowing them down. What we have right here is the Nether Golem. So this is really... Wait, is it literally that cheap? Wait, 4 netherrack. It's literally 4 netherrack and a carved pumpkin. That's it. That's actually really crazy. His stats are probably horrible. So let's get him out right here and see what he looks like. I guess you do have to go to the nether, so that means you have to have like an nether portal and everything. So I guess that makes it a little harder. Wow, you look evil. You look really creepy. Like, I do not want that in my dreams. Okay. Which he probably will be in my dreams tonight after this video, so I'm not happy about this. But what he does, he actually walks on fire. So, I believe actually I have fire spreads off. Alright, fire spreads is now on, but I tried to place them down, and they're supposed to be like fire appearing where they rock, but for some reason it's not happening. So the next one right here is actually incredibly expensive to make. It is the Ender Golem. So, instead of iron, you do 4 obsidian, carved pumpkin, 2 ender pearls on the top outer edges, and 2 eye of enders at the bottom outer edges. What the heck? Like, it's so expensive. But what he actually does is he can teleport randomly. So I'm gonna put him in here, and he's probably just gonna teleport away. Yeah, where did he go? Hello? Was that him? Is that him? Wait, what is that? There he is! What are you doing? Don't leave me. But look at that. That is really cool. So they will just literally just go and spawn around everywhere like that. So that means it makes it incredibly hard to fight, or like hard to fight him, because he'll just teleport around. And I think I wonder if he's stronger than stronger than a normal Enderman. I'm not sure. I feel like Iron Golems are stronger than Endermen. I don't know, leave it in comments below if they're stronger or not, or if that Golem's, like, look at his specs and then, or his stats, and see if it's better than a normal Enderman. I'll like to see that. So let's put this back in here, clean up my inventory a little bit, and make sure it's daytime. This is the stuff that you guys don't see. There we go. Nice. Alright, so one of the last ones that we actually have here that basically looks like the Enderman, but he's obsidian golem. So it's just 4 obsidian, just like this, with the carved pumpkin, and that is it. Simple as that. Don't get him confused, because that would be bad. But there, okay, he looks nothing like the Enderman. Never mind. his spawner, his upgrade icon does. But yeah, he's probably incredibly durable. So look at that. Does his eyes seem a little off? What does this guy's eyes look like? They look kind of fine, but for some reason on him, his eyes just look really off. So, I think he needs help. So one thing I realized I didn't show you guys is what they drop. So, that would take too long anyway, but you can kind of just tell. It's kind of like self-explanatory. So, he's going to drop birch wood. He's going to probably drop emeralds, gold, lapis, slime. So you can kind of tell what they're going to drop. It's like whatever's on them. So he's going to drop obsidian. But I told you there'd be a mini boss, and there is. We have the Wither Golem. Yes, it's such a good idea. Let's go. So here it is, the Wither Golem. It's just like, there's not a crafting recipe for it. It's just a normal wither. It's like how you make a normal wither. There it is, right there. So yeah, all you do is just make a normal wither, and the heads are literally iron golem heads, just like gray, I think. It's really cool. I think like they're bigger. I don't know. I haven't really seen it. So so it summons wither skeletons around him to fight for him. That normal wither skeleton or normal wither doesn't do that. It's gotta be the Wither Golem. So he summons wither skeletons and wither golem heads. So the things that shoot out aren't wither skeleton heads. It's wither golem heads. It's not even a thing, but they made it a thing. But I think the only way I'm gonna be able to beat a wither golem is I gotta make an army. Well, this was a complete waste of time. That was horrible. I tried to do an action scene with all of the people up here. It was horrible. I planned it out very differently in my head. It went down a little differently, but it didn't really happen. But at least you can see the actual wither. Where'd he go? Where's he at? Okay, there he is. The iron golems actually suck. They're like not beating him at all. Well, he's flying, so it's kind of cheating. But there he is. He can, there's huge heads, and then he can spawn wither things. So this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to like, subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated, and click that bell so you know when my videos come out. Yes, I recorded this video at 4:13 a.m. so I could get out the video tomorrow. So you better have. But if you didn't see the last video, it was just me basically saying that I really want to start advancing a lot more with YouTube and putting a lot of work in. So I just want my overall content to be a lot better than it was, and then also I want to be like fixing a lot of my thumbnails and my description. I want to be more detailed in just a lot of the stuff that I do. I post every Tuesdays and Saturdays and stream Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will see each and every one of you wonderful people in the next video. See you guys. Peace.